Feeling blue that Game of Thrones is over? Well, check out George R.R. Martin's original masterpiece in paperback and leatherback form. It is the featured item of the day.
Hello everyone, it's Kevin, your entrepreneur, and Uber was dealt 2 more blows in their case against Google or Waymo, or actually the case Waymo has against Uber. And these were the 2 things they failed on. Uber tried to appeal once again to put the case into arbitration. That did not work. The second thing that they have been dealt with is that they officially have to produce the documents, which was the sales pitch early investment document that convinced Uber to buy Otto. Now, here's the interesting thing about that document. A sales pitch is not a bad idea. Like, you know, that's very, very common. It's the most basic thing any company has for a startup. Why would Uber have an issue giving that over to the courts? Well, because they assert that because Anthony Lewandowski pled the Fifth, that document could incriminate him. I think Uber is kind of failing to understand the concept of evidence. Like, yeah, if it can incriminate you, it's probably evidence and it's necessary, so they need it. And if there is evidence in the document that was basically the sales pitch, that Uber knew that the auto vehicles use stolen technology, well, then that's all she wrote. If it's in the base sales pitch, then you can bet that there are stronger documents that, hey, prove that this happened. Now, of course, getting Uber to hand over documents has been like pulling teeth. They have been avoiding it and avoiding it and avoiding it. Well, the courts are definitely losing their patience on this one. They have demanded that it be handed over. Otherwise, it could be an obstruction of justice. So, I'm going to talk about both things, obviously. So this document, Uber needs to hand it over. They need to hand it over. And I'm sure that they're going to be found guilty just by what's on it. And once they hand the document over, it's probably going to be proof that there's more documents Uber's hiding. Now, that's a very interesting case because even though they have a new CEO, this lawsuit could still bankrupt the company. And the CEO has to fight it nonetheless. So they're going to fight it. That's why he proposed again for it to go to arbitration. Like, hey, I'm a new guy. I'm friendlier. I'm nicer. Let's put this into arbitration. It didn't work. In fact, the more I hear about arbitration, the more I'm thinking, why isn't this illegal? I mean, the more I hear about companies forcing people to sue them in arbitration outside of the eyes of the watchful eyes of the public is like, I don't like it when Congress locks the doors in debates on legislation, because here's the thing. Congress works for us. We have every right to see and listen to what they are saying, doing, and talking about. When they lock those doors, hey, we're your bosses. We don't work for you, you work for us. That's a problem. I kind of see arbitration as the same way. Yes, everyone is entitled to a fair trial. They all are. However, that trial is open to the public. The public sees what is going on. Now, here's the thing. If 2 people decide they want to go into a room and have a private conversation, and they come out and they say, hey, you know what? We worked out our differences. That's fine. But if one party says, hey, I have a grievance and I want to air it, I have an issue when the other party says, oh yeah, well, you signed this agreement that you will talk to us behind closed door. Yeah, let's have a talk. Let's do that. Yeah, what do you think you're doing? You're not getting anything. But you said we were gonna. No. We're done. Hey guys, we sold. So yeah, it's I have issues with this. So I'm glad that the judge is not only being insistent that they hand over legal documents that Uber should have done a long time ago, but that they are not letting it hide in private dispute. And I understand why companies don't want these things to be public, because unfortunately, public opinion can sometimes be worse than the actual trial. If you start airing your dirty laundry, people start making decisions about things. They start passing judgment, sometimes even before all the evidence is heard. And there have been some very high-profile cases where people assumed, oh, this person did it. And then you find out years later, once evidence pops up, no, there's no way they could have done it. Oh, well, we're sorry we judged you that way. Well, too late. Career's over, company's out of business, whatever. So I understand why arbitration is something companies would seek. At the same time, when you force it on your employees, well, guess what? Then it seems like you really have something to hide. So that's probably just life. There's no way you can really get around that. But with Uber, I think they definitely have something to hide. So I want this to go out in public and to the whole world to see. Now, some people might be asking at this point, well, the new CEO has come in. Why doesn't he settle? Why is he still fighting? And guys, there's a real simple answer for that. And I said it months ago. Google doesn't want to settle. They don't want to settle. They want blood. They want blood, and it's in the water. They can smell it. Heck, they can taste it. The meat is there. And it's theirs for the taking. And who's going to stop them? No one. No one's going to stop them, because here's the thing. You want to talk about making judgments? I believe Uber's completely guilty. I want to state I believe. That doesn't mean that they are guilty. For any of Uber's lawyers who might be watching this, I can't prove you're guilty of anything. I can't. However, with all the stories that I cover, with the spying, with the rate cuts, with the deactivation, with the arbitrary star system, with the fact that you let a maniac run your company for so many years and did absolutely nothing, and only fired him when it became very, very apparent he was doing some really shady stuff. I believe you're guilty, and I believe you deserve to lose. And that's one of the reasons I believe that this SoftBank deal, which we might talk about in another video for those who are watching, is so important for you. You need that $10 billion, because when Google wins, you've lost your money, you've lost your capital. There's nothing there to do at that point except to raise the prices and prove that the model is viable. And you can't do that right now. No wonder you want to go to arbitration. No wonder you hate this. But that's why Dara can't settle, because Google does not want to. And they cannot do that. So anyway, what do you folks think? Do you agree with the judge's decisions? Do you believe Uber's going to fail on this one? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month will get you access to exclusive videos nowhere else on the site. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.